10. Sean Dickinson. No, let it go. Oh, Saunders back into the pack. Takes Monster. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God.
Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bump. All the way to his bumper. Can he stop him? Can't do it. Dylan is gonna win it here in Iowa.
Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run, the 61 to the inside. Can he make it work? He's got it.
The inside of the 02. He's sliding! Oh, Burrows is around! Oh, the wrecking right from him. That's Moquin.
Jones, great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner and
They're gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish 3 wide out the wire. And that's the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles! Oh my God, what a finish! iSCAR is in. We're up and away. Green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard as wall! Huge track on the start finish line. Who comes out on top? Dallas Byhand wins it! What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, let's go! Oh no! Oh! They're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God! Connor's involved. They're still wrecking. We welcome everybody here live for the iSCAR JPG Graphics Truck Series, getting set for 100 laps at Dover International Speedway. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes.
I'm Benjamin White. Welcome to Dover, and we are starting our second round of these Truck Series playoffs tonight. 3 drivers were eliminated last round. Those were Ryan Bradshaw, Joe Berge, and Connor Brandon. Unfortunately, those guys are out of the championship picture, but we have a very competitive field left. Look at Nick Miller at the top of the charts with that extra bonus point for winning Kentucky, which was the opener in the chase. Also, Derek Smith got the pole at New Hampshire, which gives him a bonus point. Then you got the rest of these guys: Charlie Byer, Dylan Basin, Michael DiMaggio, Malachi Drake, Damian Fenton, Dominic Howell, Ryan Kendrick, William Schmidt, all still in contention for this championship.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Only 10 drivers left in the chase. Of course, we eliminated the 3 of Ryan Bradshaw, Joe Berge, Connor Brandon. Just mentioned it earlier. The points reset yet again, except for those top 2. Of course, those people earning bonus points in the last 2 rounds. Either you get a pole with if you win a pole, you get a bonus point. If you win the race, you'll get 3. Miller won Kentucky, and here he is sitting on top with 30 extra bonus points. Not a lot of bonus points can be handed out via next round. Coming to the chase, you'll have a stack of bonus points that'll help you for the first round, but since it's a new round, it'll, from the last 2 rounds, those bonus points are only accumulated for the last 2, so Miller's gonna have to work something off of that buffer with just 3 points and Derek just with 1, but again, every position counts, every point matters. Should be interesting on how this race will turn out after 100 laps here at Dover.
Yeah, and these practice times and all, like how close they were, I noticed in practice. So some of the times were really close, especially up towards the front. So we're going to probably see a bunch of competitive trucks tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see actually a non-chaser go ahead and duke himself to the front and pick up a win, but we'll have to see as only 15 seconds of practice remain. We're going to go ahead and slide ourselves to the side and play the national anthem. Rise out and remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. We welcome you here back at the Dover International Speedway. I think it's called Dover International? Yeah, it is. I thought they changed the name to Dover Speedway or something like that, but I guess not.
No, they didn't. It used to be called Dover Downs.
Ah, right. Speaking of interesting track facts, we're going to go ahead and dive ourselves into it here on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. This is all the track facts. So we're going to be running 100 miles. The track itself is 1 mile in length, so each lap mile, so hence why we're running 100 laps. The banking at Dover, it's 24 degrees. Air pressure wouldn't really matter since it's not too high above the ground. Near the sea level, as you see, the altitude, 39 feet above sea level. Turns, there's 4, 1 in each corner. No other configuration unless you want to run backwards. Alright, Dog, I guess you could go over race analytics.
Yep, this race is going to be 100 laps, which also means it's 100 miles, and it's going to be a pretty long race, I feel like. We'll probably get some early cautions, and then we may get some green flag runs later. That's just what I think is going to happen. No stages tonight. iSCAR does not do stages. Pit road speed is going to be 35 miles an hour, so that pit entry, I feel like, is one of the hardest in any track, so it's going to be race changing if you make a mistake on pit entry. And the fuel window's lap about 40 to 45 laps, so we'll probably see 2 pit stops.
Cautions play out to other people's favor. Be interesting, and everybody will sort out here tonight, but we're going to go ahead and pull up our very shady looking ticker. Apologies about that, and I'll try to fix that coming to the next broadcast. But as of right now, people working themselves around the racetrack. Ryan Kendrick, currently your pole sitter, that number 65. That number 65 has only been to victory lane once this season. Kendrick picking up the win at Daytona in the season opener, but that number 65 looking strong here tonight.
Yep, Nick Miller just jumped up to second, I noticed, and there's Aaron Mulrooney third. Dylan Basin right now fourth. He's one of those guys that feels like he has a really good shot for this championship. The story how he got in was crazy because Eric Heater was in, I think, every single chase except the Xfinity chase, and he had to pull out of all of them. So that put Dylan Basin in, and Dylan had only run like maybe 4 races before. It's incredible he was able to get in the chase in only like 4 races.
Right. Not only that, at number 26, he's into the second round, so making well worth his time inside the chase. So pretty exciting to see that that number 26 out on the racetrack.
Yeah, I always said that was one of the sleeper guys to get a win maybe this season. And I'm telling you what, Darius Reza Dadgar is a genius for hiring him because he has done nothing but elevate the performance of that team.
Definitely. Of course, his other teammate, Charlie Byron, that number 7, I think he's as well. He's sitting third, coming in here for tonight. That number 7 machine, he already picked up a couple of wins this season for 408, so I'm excited to see how Charlie will also perform here. He's going to be starting, I think, top 10 here for tonight. Looks like 8th. Speaking of starting order, we'll go ahead and show out on where everybody's going to be starting here for tonight. So right in front of your screen on pole will be that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick. Congratulations for him. Right alongside of him, that's the number 9 of Nick Miller starting second.
Second row, you got Aaron Mulrooney Jr. starting third. He is my pick to win tonight, and Dylan Basin will start in fourth.
Row number 5 gonna be, row number 3, excuse me, is gonna be Derek M. Smith, Malachi Drake, and number 6.
In the fourth row, you have Keaton Jones and Charlie Byer. Charlie looking to advance to the round of 7.
Row number 5, another chaser, Damian Fenton, and Dominic Cow. He too is coming into you as a chaser as well. The rest of the order is gonna be shown on your screen. Find your favorite driver, and hopefully he wins it here for tonight. Got a lot of big names around back. Brian Kwan, another big name, but he's not in the chase, unfortunately. Drexler now making it back after a small break. Micah DiMaggio, another sleeper pick. Honestly, my bet is on DiMaggio to make it into the round of 7.
24 drivers here tonight. I expected there to be around this amount of trucks, so should be a pretty competitive field tonight, and I'm excited to get this thing going.
Go ahead and zoom in on our pole sitter right in front of your screen. There's that number 65, Ryan Kendrick. Again, only has 1 win in the season, but that number 65 has been very consistent. Very surprised he hasn't picked up any more wins than just his lone Daytona win, but right now he's starting up front, most likely. If you're the leader here at Dover, it's very hard to pass around this racetrack, especially with this tire model. I'm interested to see on how the 65 will control the restart. Actually, the initial start, excuse me.
Yeah, Ryan's been one of those guys that I feel like has been the most consistent all season, and really, if not for Talladega, I feel like he could have been the regular season champion because he was the points leader going into that race and then got wrecked. So that obviously ended up messing up his regular season championship in the Cup Series, unfortunately. But he's just shown as one of those guys that's been really good all season at every type of track.
Yeah, definitely. Another person who's been running as well as that number 65. The person starting alongside of him, at number 2, Nick Miller. I mean, not the 2. Number 9, Nick Miller. He's sitting second. Excuse me. Miller. Of course, he picked up the win a couple of weeks ago at Kentucky. He's starting in second, but I think these two are going to be the one to watch unless Mulrooney can make something happen. Richard his lap last this qualifying run, but we'll have to see on how it'll sort out. iSCAR going to scoot itself onto pit road this time by 100 laps, going to be logged into the book. The 65 of Ryan Kendrick will lead the field to the initial start. Let's go racing here at Dover.
Green's out. Green
Ryan
flag,
Kendrick
green
gets
flag.
a really good start. We got cars moving down. Not sure really what that car's doing back there. I guess he's just dropping to the back. Here's Dylan Basin up on the outside for third. Look at him get that car through the corner. Up on the outside. I didn't really expect him to be able to hold the position up there.
Of course, it's lap number 1. Everybody has to get their tires warmed up, and Dylan's now falling back on the outside line. It's Derek Smith.
There it is.
Going to peek up for 4th place, but up front, as I said, if you're the leader, that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick, a lot of clean air within, as the leader, moving himself around the racetrack and leading the train right behind that number 9 of Nick Miller.
Yep, single file for most part in this field, and we have Ryan Kendrick in the lead right now. You have Nick Miller behind. Looks like he's running just about the same lap time as our leader, but I don't know if really Nick Miller is going to be able to stay up in second because Aaron Mulrooney has shown to be really fast in every type of track we go to. So we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Right now, Mulrooney is running through 65 of Ryan Kendrick slowly starting to pull away. We got trouble right behind. What a
Good
save!
save. But look
Oh
at him
my
hit the
goodness.
inside wall. I do not know who that was,
Charlie
but that
Byer
was a
in
good
the
save.
7th.
Wow, that's playoff implications right there. What in the world happened to him on exit? Good thing he saved that because that could have been a total disaster.
I'll go ahead and see a replay of what happened to that number 7 off a turn number.
Ooh, he looks like he got punted. Take a look at Dominic Howe right behind him. He backs off into the corner, and then watch. He's gonna looks like makes a little contact with him. That obviously wasn't too good of an angle, but man, that's a tough break early in this race.
Yeah, definitely. Only working on lap number 5 out of 100. Dominic too, he's a chaser. I really don't know what to really say about that, as we have a bit of problems with Dylan Basin and internet issues on the 6. He jumps out.
Wow.
Yet again.
408 with a disastrous start. You have to be kidding.
Right. Those two coming in here tonight as chasers. Charlie now running through Dylan is not displayed on the racetrack. Wow, my goodness. Number 65 Ryan Kendrick slowly starting to pull away from Nick Miller, but everybody's semi-spread out. Got a bit of side-by-side action right behind. Looks like the O2, Josh Patterson, and number 30, Dominic Howe. They're not going to go side-by-side, but Dominic already making good contact early. Of course, running into the number 7 of Charlie Byer. Be the left front damage on that machine. Dominic actually tagging the wall. Gonna lose some time to another chaser, that number 79, William Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt's got to have a really good round. I feel like I don't really know if he's going to advance, but I feel like if he could just get some good runs in, he can. We'll just have to see how everything plays out, of course.
Yeah, definitely. But currently, all our eyes are on that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick. I'm very, very surprised at how fast he is running on the racetrack. I don't know what lap he ran, but it was definitely faster than that number 9. You see the gap between him and that number 9 and Nick Miller. More than that. Just about half a second between those two. Last lap, 22.7 on that machine. Miller is running 2/10 slower than him.
Yeah, Kendrick is just gone. He is running some really good laps right now, and that's just allowing him to pull away. And it looks like I know this is very early, but he's on pace to get his second win of the season. Of course, we have 90 laps to go, so this is obviously not set in stone. We have a lot of things happen. But as of right now, he is just in a different zone. He is way faster. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Sheen saves it, but we got Brandon Sampson going around. Casey Drake into the wall.
Oh, it's
more
gone.
cars just piling up. Look at
DiMaggio
this
gets in there
crash
as
on
well.
the back straightaway. Michael DiMaggio has damage after just barely getting involved in that. That's a big wreck on the back straightaway. Caution's out.
It was very interesting how that all played out. There was a car that saved it on the back straightaway. It was I think it was a black car. I'm not really sure. It looks like it was number 34, Liam Sheen, who got sideways on the back. Everybody right behind sort of jammed up. It was Brandon Sampson who was the first one sideways. And of course, Casey Drake trying to woe it down. As he comes up on the crash, up on the 96. Unfortunately, just loses the car. And Ryan Kwan in that 28. Nowhere to go, and he gets involved, and his engine is blown.
Yeah, several trucks are completely bashed up, tore up. Look at this. Right, let's take a look at this from another angle. Watch Sampson. He runs right in the back of Mitch Hobbs right there. Ends up having to correct the car up the track. Casey Drake just spins, nowhere to go. Ryan Kwan then gets careened up into him. And you just got a lot of cars involved in this here in the rear end of the field.
Look at it again. Looks like
Fenton came up.
Flipped the apron. Dean was blowing down him right above the corner. I guess that would be a racing deal, but of course Fenton did clip the apron. But right now, all our focus is on pit road as these people go in and out. Come up first. Find out. We'll scoot in and out, and the first person off of pit road looks to be the 65 Ryan Kendrick.
Yeah, you got to give a call to Liam Sheen on that save too. That was incredible what he did to be able to keep that car from getting more damage than it ended up getting.
Fenton actually staying out on the racetrack. Very smart by him to stay out on the racetrack to get a bonus point. at number 43. So Fenton heading out to the racetrack adds a point to his resume once he leaves Dover.
Yep, all those points, of course, going to be counting towards advancing to the next round, so you need every one of those points.
Is to the start-finish line. We got the 1 to go signal this time by. We do not. So
We did not.
Ryan Kendrick in the 65.
Is that Dylan Basin back on the track? Or is that Charlie?
It's
It's one of the
Basin.
48. Yep, he actually ends up getting back in, but he's going to need several cautions to get back in this thing. Of course, very unfortunate that he ended up, of course, blinking out, lagging out with his internet issues, but a rash of cautions could change that. He could get a bunch of free passes and get back on the lead lap.
It was also a good break for that number, for his teammate, that number 7, Charlie Byer. He gets himself back onto the racetrack, but of course a lot of left side damage on that machine. Lucky he didn't hit directly on that left front. He used a lot of more left front here since there's a lot of banking, but that number 7, Charlie Byer, I'm pretty sure that truck's not going to be like what it was once this first lap came around.
Yeah, that car's probably going to be down on RPMs a little bit, of course. It's the issue whenever you get any kind of damage, but especially on the left side, and maybe a little bit on the front end as well. But
Wow, Fenton's staying out.
well, we'll just have to see how this plays out. Of course, when you're the leader, you get to control the restart, so it's not like you're really going to get swallowed up immediately.
I'm
'Cause
just
you don't
very
really-
surprised, though, why he's staying out for this restart. I guess he just wants to lead the field to the green, because I expected him to hit pit road this time by, but like he wants to go ahead and control it for once. But it'll be interesting how the 43 Damian Fenton will be as of right now. So
You got to add, too, his tires aren't that worn out. It was only like, I'd say 9 laps or 10 laps under green, so it's not like those tires are like completely worn. But, you know, I could be wrong. They could just swallow them up really quickly. We'll just have to see on this restart.
all right, here we go, getting set for the restart. The number 43 Damian Fenton will lead it to the go. Right alongside of him is the 65 Ryan Kendrick. First time he's going to have to deal with some type of traffic as you get ourselves set up off turn number 4. The 43 Damian Fenton, the 1 to control the restart. Pretty sure the 65 at Kendrick won't be the nose in the 1. It'll be the 43, but we'll have to see once we take the green flag. And speaking of, it's coming out now. Let's go back racing.
Green flag, green flag.
You got to add also Liam Sheen after getting turned is in 6th, so he's actually higher in position than he was when he got turned. Fenton leads off 2 right now. Down the back straightaway, it looks like he's just going to give way to Ryan Kendrick now because Ryan is on his inside. But I'd expect Damien to battle him a little bit hard, but it looks like Kendrick's going to just go straight on by, and Nick Miller and others are going to be pouncing.
This is something to take note of versus new tires versus, I guess,
Semi-worn tire.
semi-worn tires. And he's staying up with Ryan Kendrick just for right now. Looks like he can't get a lot of rolling speed through the corner, but as of right now, he's just keeping himself up in the top 5. Fairly surprised about that, but as he looks themselves at the start-finish line, Miller's going to peek down the inside and try to take that 3rd place if he does so.
Yeah, Fenton's car is really not getting to the corner as fast as he wanted to, which is costing him positions right now. Of course, that outside is not very good here at Dover. You see Liam Sheen will go by, and you got other cars up in this group now that are also going to try and pass on the inside. There's Malachi Drake, one of those trucks. There's Joe Berge. He was blinking out a little bit, but good to see him up in the top 10 as well.
Yeah, definitely. That number 83 has a string of bad luck. And speaking of, we'll see the blinking right there. They're going to jam up right in front of that number 83. They're still side by side with that number 90 of Malachi Drake and the 02 of Josh Patterson. Malachi coming in here as a chaser. Still just about all over that number 43. He's kind of a bit of a roadblock as Burgess going to sneak himself to the inside of the O2. He's actually making in and out. Dominic Howell trying to follow in pursuit, but 2x2 action as he works himself off a 4. That's the O2.
That's going to be a model
take
right
it
there.
3 wide. Oh man, there's so much room, but such little. I mean, I just worded that wrong.
Bill Berge just got a spot after blinking. That actually worked to his advantage right there. He's able to pass Damian Fenton. Here comes the 30 of Howell to the inside as well. Of course, another chaser who needs every point he can get.
Fenton's going to fall back to 9th place, where he was, I guess, or the caution came out. But as of right now, the 65 at Kendrick slowly being caught up by that number 9 and Nick Miller's gap starting to shrink just a slight. Have a battle here, back here for 3rd place as we're going to duke it out as it goes off the corner. This is the 66, Derek M. Smith, and number 34, Liam Sheen.
Shane has done really good this weekend. Of course, he led a bunch of laps at the Super Late Model Series, but we're not going to talk about how that ended for him. But showing more speed right now, currently running 4th and all over Derek Smith for the 3rd spot. He's just been running really good as of late.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see how the 34 performs once he does run a full season. Obviously didn't run the whole season this time, but right now Sheen's getting better by the day. I'm excited to see how the 34 will perform toward the summer series.
Yeah, I have a feeling if he was able to run the whole season, he'd probably be in at least 2 of the chases because he's been consistently showing up and consistently able to put up good results.
Off the corner, flying by the camera, the 65 and Kendrick is leading the field around. Number 9 and Nick Miller slowly lurking back, currently now 0.6 behind that number 65 as they work themselves off the front straightaway. Car on the wall right behind. That's the O2 of Josh Patterson. You see right behind. A lot of battling around that 43 Damian Fenton is.
Yeah, Fenton is not having a good time right now. He's just been getting absolutely freight trained ever since that restart. Didn't really hold up there very long. So these guys up front are probably taking notes. If we have a late race restart, I don't think it's the best idea to stay out. That's probably what they're thinking right now. But yeah, Damian Fenton dropping back right now. Not really what he wanted to see early in this race, but he's got a long way to turn it around.
Also hurts for that number 43. Still have to pit at least one more time for Damian Fenton. In and out right now. Don't even know where he is on the racetrack. He's not really appearing. You see the battle right behind, right in front. The 6 and the 54 swapping positions, and Damian is not displayed on the racetrack. That could be a bit of a problem for that number 43. We've seen this happen with Dylan Basin. Dylan could actually pick up spots.
Oh, no! Good save. That is a really good save right there. I thought he was heading straight for that inside wall, but he was able to hang on to the truck. A hard slap into the outside wall. Look at the damage. You can see all the scuff marks on the side. There is Jake Sylvia going to the inside of Trexler. Oh, got the apron. And he'll have to concede that spot to Trexler for now.
Some interesting note to taking place. Sorry for interrupting. The 43 of Damian Fenton did drop out. So did Basin earlier in the race, but Basin dropped out during caution. He worked himself only 5 laps down. Damian, he dropped himself out during a green flag run. He's going to get... Basin's going to pass him in position unless he wrecks out. So, there's a bad moment for that number 43 in Damian Fenton.
Yep. Yeah, his race has gone from bad to worse for Fenton, of course, not really wanting to drop out in this race. Of course, he probably would like to finish well, but unfortunately right now, internet problems for him.
Lots of internet issues, honestly. second internet issue we've had, and we're not even halfway through the race. 55, Kendrick, unbothered by it. He's leading the race as of right now. Nick Miller in second, Derek Smith in third place. Car who hasn't really made up a lot of time as I thought he would. That number 2, Aaron Mulrooney, as you said, he's just about badass on every part of every corner of iRacing, but right now he's struggling in 7th, right behind Joe Burgee.
And I'm actually very surprised. He was my pick to win, and currently not really running too good. Well, to his standards, you see Klein's in the pits. He got some right side damage on that truck. But as we were talking about, I've been really surprised with Aaron's run so far. I felt like he'd be up here with these guys, with Kendrick, Miller, and Derek Smith, who has caught both of these guys. There's Alexis Walker in the pits. Not sure if those are scheduled pit stops or if they're just going to start this green flag pit stop cycle early.
You can split the run. It's just going to be a two-stop run, so you can split it into thirds. And these people who are going on to pit road early, yes, they're just going to come in and out, top it off, and try to stretch it all the way to lap 66. It's going to be their final pit stop. But as of right now, it's top 3 just staying out on the racetrack. Themselves are 3 and 4, and now the top 3 is bunched up all together.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to have a battle soon, but at the same time, we are closing in on pit stops. So, I think Kendrick's just going to try and hold them off to the end of this stint before they make their pit stop. But right now, Kendrick continues to dominate this race.
I think the first person to hit pit road out of these 3 drivers will come out as the leader, so Kendrick sort of has to watch for his mirror, or he has to hit pit road early to get a bit of a jump. That number 9 and that number 66, as you see Damian Fenton back onto the racetrack, he's 10 laps down now. So very, very unfortunate for that number 43, but as they work themselves through the corners, very slow on the apron. That's number 77, Keaton Jones. He slots himself on in to the damage right and left side of the machine, but might have a bit of PTSD coming onto pit road because last season in the Xfinity Series he hit the barrels, green flag pit stops. You don't want that to happen, but right now Keaton's safely on pit road.
Just notice Malachi Drake is actually catching all of these guys. Look at him in 4th in that 90 truck.
Yeah,
He's getting closer.
Bad camera angle, but this top 3 is all running consistent lap times. I don't know if they're paving around or stuff like that, or their tires are really worn out. As of right now,
I know Miller was probably going hard because he probably want to go up and lead some laps. You see Fenton, he's going under. Whoa, no! His car just randomly shot out the track. I thought he was just about to get into Malachi, but of course he was able to let off and keep from hitting him. As you see Derek Smith up into 2nd.
Here we go.
And Kendrick's going to start this cycle of pit stops. Look at him slide that truck, trying to get into the pits. He was able to get it safely in the pits, but hopefully he wasn't speeding there. It looked like he coming in just a little hot.
That number 65 of Ryan Kendrick is going to be the first one out of these top 3 to hit pit road. I'm interested in seeing where Derek M. Smith and when Derek M. Smith and Nick Miller will hit pit road. As you see the 43s scoot up right behind these 2. These 2 are actually duking it out right in front of Damian Fenton. So the more they duke it out, the more they're going to lose time to that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick, who's now working himself. Well, now 1 lap down, but yes, they're just slapping on right side tires on that machine. See if Derek hits pit road this time by the 43. Scoots up to the backside. Miller's going to hit pit road. No, he gets turned.
Malachi runs into Miller. We got a spin, 2 spins on the track.
They save it though. No caution. Yeah. I cannot believe it.
Just ruined both the races. But Malachi can't get it back going. He slides. Look at these cars trying to avoid side. Look at this car
he's
coming
still trying to get it going.
Man, that just turned Miller's race and Malachi's race is upside down now because now they are way behind from where they were earlier.
That would have been disastrous not only for those 2, but for Ryan Kendrick, who hit pit road early.
Yes. Was just about to make that point too. It looks like he is still going to be 2 laps down or 1 lap down now because he just unlapped himself. There's Miller in the pits. He's probably fuming right now. Also, Liam Sheen behind him in the pits. You see Jake Silvergood just pulled out of his box. He got his service. I seriously thought we were cautioned for that, and I was about to say, oh no, Ryan Kendrick. But, of course, we didn't get that caution because I don't know why they didn't throw the caution. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought spinning onto the track, it was easily going to be a caution, but we did not get one. And now, these green flag pit stops are playing.
First time we've green flag pit stops here at Dover's. Dominic scoots himself on into 35 miles per hour. One of the slowest pit roads and not on iRacing, but on the NASCAR circuit in general. Just 35 miles per hour on pit road. You could lose multiple laps surfacing your car in and out. So you gotta nail your stop, or else one miscue is gonna turn your race on its roof.
Yep, very unforgiving track. If you make a mistake on it, it's very unforgiving. You see Patterson's going to come in now.
Oh, the 90!
Oh, somebody just
Malachi
missed.
misses
Malachi
pit
just
road.
missed this pit.
Yeah,
He has
back
to
up.
back up now.
Clip the
Watch
tires.
out, guys.
No!
Oh no! Oh,
No way
the
he
caution's
did that.
out. Are you kidding me? That just brought out the caution. And now,
Wow.
where are all these leaders at on the cycle?
I
Are they
cannot believe
laps
he did
down?
that. They're probably laps down. The people who are lucky are the people who are on pit road. So
Patterson got a break there. There's Charlie Byer in third,
he didn't
scored
even
on
pit.
the lead lap.
I don't know why. I don't know. He probably
What
missed a
is
stall.
going on?
There's
Malachi
Kendrick.
Drake is just completely losing. There he is. He's actually in his pit stall now. He was pulling. He basically missed pit stop, backed up onto the track, almost hit Matthew Klein, and then the caution came. That is ridiculous. And actually, Kendrick able to be back on the lead lap, so this didn't completely ruin his race. You can't really say the same for some of the other guys. I'm pretty. Yeah, Miller's a lap down, but I think he gets the free pass.
Oh,
so,
Derek stays himself out in the racetrack because
he was scored on the lead lap. It looks like.
yeah, he was lead lap.
I think Miller's gonna get the free pass.
No, all these people are right behind. Derek's your leader. Yeah, halfway this time by. We still have one more pit stop to go. Man, that was bizarre.
I got an
obviously, for that number 90 of Malachi, he was just trying to back it up, but of course his rear end just sort of kicked out on the track. Man, that was something. That's all I had to say. But if these people do hit pit road, we're gonna be in a weird position. Some of these drivers were trapped one lap down. People like the 115 Alexis Walker, the number 3 Michael DeMago, he's gonna be trapped 1 lap down now, because they have to hit pit road, make it. They actually can't make it just one stop. They have to hit pit road now. So the 3, the DeMaggio, scoots himself on in. He's 1 lap down. Of course, Malachi Drake, 1 lap down now. Matthew Klein, he's stuck 1 lap down, but he's in front of the leader. I mean, in front of the people who are getting the wave around. So, wow. It's honestly one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in iSCAR. I mean, it's not the 90's fault. Like that. I mean, he overshot pit road. He backed up, tried to get back on in. Of course, did it horribly while doing it. No offense, but man, that's bizarre. That's different.
I have an update on why both Dylan Basin and Damian Fenton dropped out. Apparently, there's an error, like when you try to connect to the set it kicked him out for some reason, and then when he tried to rejoin, of course, he got a 10051 error, which I guess takes your connection away from the server. It's weird, but that's what they just told me, and I'm pretty sure the same thing happened to Fenton because neither of them were blinking before that moment. So that's just the update I had on both of those guys. Really bizarre.
Halfway this time by, the last time we were here, we had like 30 plus drivers, and that did not go well. We had a big wreck on the front straightaway with Andy McDowell flying on the front stretch. Pretty sure how everybody knew how that went. They wrecked off of 4, and half the field got involved in it. Still yet to see a big wreck. I mean, I guess the first caution was a fairly big wreck, but oh boy. With the caution coming out, definitely going to change some stuff. Now Derek, the one who's going to be leading it to the restart, because
I just spilled my Coke.
At the right time, and But
I have a question.
You have Nick Miller joining in.
Trexler and Patterson got a black flag because they both ran out of fuel. Was it under caution or was it because of the caution coming out and they pitted to it?
Pretty sure that caution came out while they were.
They want me to clear it, but I don't know.
Probably got entering a closed pit or something like that.
Should I clear it?
Clear it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fairly interesting caution. Of course, Malachi Drake now 1 lap down. Oh boy, that's gonna be something. That's all I have to say. We line ourselves up as everybody gets the wave around now. Derek's gonna be first, Ryan Kendrick in second. Now, since so many people took the wave around, everybody from 7th on back takes the wave around. That means the top 6 plus lap cars are going to be separated from 7th on back. So we got a lot of everybody who took the wave around as well is going to have to start single file. So that's very unfortunate for all these people as they work themselves off of 2. They are going to catch the pack though, but there's going to be a long line to the green flag for this one.
Yeah, but that might take away from some of the chaos too, because of course side by side is a little more dangerous than single file, I would say. But we're getting ready to stack up for this restart. Ryan Kendrick is now in second after a bizarre pit stop cycle there. Of course, the caution coming out really threw all of that off. Green flag is back out. Derek Smith is on the loud pedal. We're back underway.
Damian Fenton started what was supposed to be, but he's obviously multiple laps down. Right in front of these people who are fighting down for third. Alexis Walker.
Walker's a lap down.
Is lap down. So, having a bit of screen time, he's sort of pulling off Patterson as they work around the lap car, that 115. Again, so many people taking the wave around.
Oh, good pinching right there.
Oh!
Watch out. You know, Patterson
close.
really got pinched there. I thought they were all going to crash, especially right in front of this big group of cars. They're going to hit again. Look at them just fighting hard for third. Walker to the inside.
Walker's laps down. That's not the position. They jam up these people right behind.
Oh, Aaron!
Aaron's gonna get cut off.
Aaron's gonna punt her.
Oh!
Look at this! A Walker really gets into Trexler.
Oh!
Trexler's gonna overcorrect hard into the outside wall. Look at these guys having to slow down to avoid. Charlie Byer has to slow. Oh man, that all came when Alexis Walker tried to shut off Aaron Maloney. Aaron punted Alexis right up into Trexler, and Trexler gets the bad end of that, going hard into the outside wall. No caution though.
Really bad position right there. He's scooping himself off the 7-7 down. Multiple laps down as well. Puts himself back into the racetrack. Right now up front, it's a different story though. Got a battle for the lead. Here comes the 65 of Ryan Kendrick. Work up to the backside of that number 6. To the front straightaway. Looks like Ryan, as though he right up off of the exit. What's costing that number 66 a lot of time. 66 can roll a bit more through the center of the corner. Roll away from the 65, but the 65 at Kendrick. Running, I guess, a quarter of a lane up. So there Smith is. Very interesting lines being taken throughout it. So here we go. Lead, 65 going to close up.
Yeah, Kendrick should easily make this pass now. He's been the fastest truck all race, and now he has the preferred lane. But Derek Smith trying to fight back, but that 65 is now through to the lead. Look at how far back Patterson is in third. That whole jam up with him, Trexler, Alexis Walker, Aaron Mulrooney, that really cost them all out of time. You see Mulrooney fourth, Miller fifth, and Sheen sixth back here. Dominic seventh. Joe Berge actually staying out of trouble tonight. Having a good run right now in the top 10.
Actually, a lap down. He got trapped
Is he?
down with that cycle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Running 12. Yeah, now the lead is reshuffled to that 65. Really going to start pulling away from the 66, but again, the 66, Derek M. Smith, he had a bit of a resurgence that last run before pit stops happened. Maybe he's just saving a bit of tire rather than the 65 at Kendrick. I'm interested to see on how these next 50 laps will go. 40.
Yeah, Kendrick, as soon as he got in that clean air, he's just been pulling away from Derek Smith. And I'm expecting him to get even further up ahead of him before this next round of pit stops comes, because I'm pretty sure they have to pit at least one more time.
Right. Can't make it 50 laps. Just one full tank, so. Did take the green around 50-ish, 51, I'd say, I guess, but I'm wondering if these people are going to split the run in half rather than coming in once the tank depletes. They can split the run in half and go, come in on 25 to go, so it's going to help tires, but of course, lap traffic is going to play a variable into that strategy.
Yeah, I feel like if you stretch to the end, and if you don't get a caution, that's just going to play to your detriment, because, of course, I would just split the run in half, because you'd be on fresher tires, of course, than the guys that are staying out and trying to stretch it, which, of course, would gain you time and just be able to overtake them very easily after the pit stops are done. That's just my opinion. I would just split it in half, but we'll just have to see what these guys are going to do on this strategy. Of course, that all is dependent on if a caution comes out or not. As you see, Derek Smith now working around Keaton Jones. Keaton Jones with heavy damage.
19
Just
down.
struggling. Just trying to limp around. Klein also on the apron. Yeah, Fenton's actually hanging up with the speed. He's actually got some pretty decent speed when he's on fresher tires, but of course, several laps down after that error with iRacing, whatnot happened there on that disconnection. But that's the speed he needs to show into these playoffs. So that's a good. It's a good sign. It's a good sign that he's at least showing pretty good speed, but at the same time he's laps down, so it doesn't really matter.
Don't know if this race might, even though he's carrying a lot of speed, it's better off for the long run. No, he's getting better, but unfortunately, you have to perform once it comes time, and unfortunately, well, I mean, it's not to his fault. That number 43, Damian Fenton, is going to be in a really, really bad position after this race today, because he's laps down and gain as much positions as he can. I'm interested to see how all points will shuffle once we come to the next round as 65 to Kendrick working around in the BPM car. Yeah, Fenton, if he was on the lead lap, he would be running third. That's Mulrooney taking that place. Behind you see Josh Patterson in 02. And yeah.
Derek actually catching Ryan Kendrick a little bit, which I was not really expecting in this part of the run. Oh, there it is. And these guys will all probably pit. That is Trexler, just abandoned on the inside of the track. Not sure if he got turned or what, but he was lap traffic after that incident with Alexis Walker. We'll just see what happened here. He's just out of the way up on the outside. I'm not sure maybe if he got in somebody's way on exit or maybe a hardware failure or something like that. We'll just have to see on the exit here. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my. Dominic
Wrong
Howell.
place.
Yep, wrong place, wrong time right there. He, of course, tried to stay out of the way, but Hal caught him about the worst place, which is right on the exit of the corner. Hal with heavy damage on the front end now.
Wow, man. Not only that, he was.
I think that cost him. Yeah, that cost him the free pass too.
And that's going to
Just
give
a
the
dog
115 the waiver run.
Alexis Walker catching a good break there. And all these guys are in for pit stops. They have to be coming now.
Right.
There's Damian Fenton staying out on the track.
And multiple people staying out on the racetrack to get themselves a waiver round. 115 is going to take the lucky dog right now, but multiple people on pit road this time by. I guess this is money stop, I guess you could say.
I don't feel like this is going to be the last caution, but of course, these pit stops obviously matter for track position. You'd obviously want to get the best track position you can get. So, I mean, all of the pit stops are important, but I feel like the money stop may be coming a little further along the line here in this race. You see Miller's going to come out first. Kendrick is either going to be second or third on that exit. Looks like Derek Smith is going to beat him out. Wow, not very good.
Miller.
Not very good for Kendrick.
He took on 2 tires. That number 9 did. Of course, the ambiguous with that 2-tire call that number 9 has, but this is Dover. These tires are. This banking is just so brutal on the tires, on this concrete surface. Not seeing it. There's still 25 laps to go, unless there's a span of a lot of caution. See contact there on the pit road. What in the world was that?
I believe maybe somebody was just trying to fake and another person was trying to actually come in. That's bizarre right there. Oh, there's some contact now.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Comment about that one.
And we've seen a lot of bizarre things in this race. We've seen lappers just get absolutely destroyed by lead lap cars. We've seen Malachi Drake bring out a caution by backing up, and now we've seen contact entering the pits. This has just been a very chaotic Dover race. I feel like this is not going to be the end of that chaos, but how about Nick Miller with that pit stop? He's going to be up front looking for another win on this season. I think it'll be his third if he does come out with the victory tonight. And of course, being the points leader, he's going to be also in a great position towards the rest of this round.
Yeah, true, but again, he slapped on 2 tires last time by him. How run will go for that number.
Caton Jones just
giving
dies.
himself, a bit of Xfinity flashbacks right there, but
Yep.
yeah, the number 9, a Miller. On the finish line.
1 to go this time. Klein is going to get the wave around. Looks like Malachi Drake also will be getting the wave around as well. And now these guys are going to be 2 by 2 by 2 again for what could be the race deciding restart right here.
We'll make it on from forward. Had 3 cautions in total. 11 caution laps, so we have 8 lead changes. Yeah. Oh boy. Hold your breath. This one, with this restart, is definitely crucial. Again, Miller electing on with 2 tires. It's going to be interesting on how he's going to hold off At number 65, Ryan Kendrick, who's starting right behind. But here we go again, set for the restart. Base car is on, and Miller going to wait out the throttle. Probably going to wait until the start-finish line to hit it. Scoop themselves around. So Dominic's going to do what Dominic does. Green flag is out.
Green, green, green.
What in the world? He did the same thing in another race, so obviously not really the right move there, but he's probably mad about that whole incident with Trexler. And I think he's a lap down anyways, so it shouldn't really mess him up. But he's going to end up probably getting back on the lead lap because he passed everybody, but I don't know if he's getting a penalty for that or what. Oh, okay. We're just going to disqualify him now, it looks like.
Way. Miller, what is he
He's
doing?
doing this on purpose. He probably did that on purpose. Look at
No
him.
way.
There's going to be a big crash
Yellow
behind.
flag
A
is out.
wild crash. Look at these cars upside down. Dominic Howell, Liam Sheen, William Schmidt, Josh Patterson, Damian Fenton, Matthew Klein, and a bunch of other cars start to pile up on the back straightaway after Dominic Howell wrecks everybody on purpose. And that's ridiculous. No way that's going to be tolerated now. There was just cars careening out of control. I think I saw one car hit the catch fence. Gotta see a replay. Yeah, Howe was the one that hit the catch fence. Man, just horrible. He comes and he just flings it into the wall, and then you got cars just going everywhere on this track and takes out a bunch of cars. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I know Eduardo Muniz at Michigan was bad, but this just turned some of the playoff drivers upside down. Schmidt is a playoff driver, so him getting damage in that crash is really going to be detrimental towards his playoffs. This is just a big disaster.
Yeah. Oh my. That was bad. That.
Won't be surprised if he gets removed for that.
Yeah.
Because that was on purpose. I can't see that being tolerated. And he's gone. He is banned from the league. Dominic Howell finally is removed after that incident. Definitely not going to be tolerated here in iSCAR. And we'll just move on now. A playoff driver now eliminated automatically after getting banned.
I'm not gonna really comment about that one. Yeah.
Look at rear end damage. Look at that rear end damage on Miller. I don't know if that came from any contact. But
that was early.
okay, that's good. Because if he got damage from that, oh boy. But it looks like he'll be fine for now. Either way, just totally uncalled for.
Oh boy. Huh. That sucks. Man. Can't say much about that. Sucks. Wow. That's unfortunate. Of course, multiple people eliminated. Well, Rooney, one of the chasers. Malachi Drake, another one. Schmidt, 2. Benton was semi-involved in that. That's about 4 or 5 chasers involved in that.
Half of the chase. I mean, that's just gotta make everybody in the field mad right now. Even though a couple of these guys may end up benefiting from this, they obviously did not want to see it happen that way. Of course, just again, totally uncalled for by Dominic Howell, and I don't see him getting unbanned after that one.
Reminds me of what Dylan Alt did. Rockingham. Oh. That's all I have to say, just well. Not gonna insert more comments because it'll just make the stream negative, but wow. Caution's one to go this time by.
How about Mitch Hobbs in 4th?
Yeah, I mean, it puts some
Came
new
out of nowhere.
contenders up in this area, but
Mitch has had some really good runs as of late, of course, leading a handful of laps at Vegas in the Xfinity Series. Just been really improving in these past couple of weeks. And now he's in position to maybe get a top 5 here. Josh Patterson also with damage back there. He's going to be pulling up to this line. See if he can just salvage the rest of this race. Looks like he's on the lead lap in 8th. So he's one of those guys that didn't really suffer that bad from that wreck. Here we go. We're going to stack them up. And we're going to go green. iSCAR's in. Miller is probably going to end up waiting, as he did before, to get on the throttle. Probably do it on the front straightaway. And they are gone. Green flag is back out. 18 laps to go here at Dover.
of course, Ryan Kendrick, 4 tires, but looks like Derek wanted to beat him out. Derek's going to scoot up to the backside of that number 9 machine. It's just a matter of where he's going to make the pass. But it's really hard to pass, especially with this new tire model. They're sort of straddling along with that inside lane. You saw right off the corner. Still the top 3 up in the mix. So how about some new names? Of course, Mitch Hobbs in that number 89 scooting himself up there. Joe Burgee. And that number 83 is now up in the mix as well. But that lead is closing.
Yeah, Charlie Byer also in 6th place after that early incident where he got into the inside wall, really salvaging a good run out of this day. And now
Here we go.
In position for a good finish for his championship. As you can see, Nick Miller is just really defending this lead right now. Looks like Kendrick is just trying to hound back of the 66 of Derek Smith. These guys are all playoff drivers, and they're going to be racing each other hard for every point out here. Because, of course, they all count towards this round and making it to the next round. So, look at Joe Burgee coming in for 4th right now on Mitch Hobbs.
He scoots himself to the inside. He wants a bit of screen time as they go side by side right up the corner. Miller, though, well, it seems as though Kendrick put too much pressure on that 66. That 66 is slowly falling back of where he once was. Miller, I think those 2 tires is definitely going to be the call.
Man, if he wins another race on 2 tires, he's like Chad Canals. He's been a crew chief genius almost all season long, making the calls for himself, of course. Winning off of some tire strategies. It's just been really interesting to watch. And now it could be playing to his favor again. 13 laps to go this time. Ryan Kendrick, after leading, just dominating the early portion of this race, is now stuck in traffic with 13 to go. Can he work his way around both of these guys to get up here and win?
And still 13 laps to go. We've seen this play out before. It was a top 5 battle. It was a top 4 battle last time we were here, and here we go. 3 cars under a blanket with just 12 laps remaining. Again, the 2nd and 3rd took on 4 tires last time by. Miller with 2. He's now starting to lose a bit of time. Derek snuck up on the backside of that number 9.
All Miller needs to do is hog this inside because, of course, the outside's not where you want to go, but Miller's just going to have to give way to Derek Smith. Look at Derek to the inside. And Ryan Kendrick's going to close in on both of these guys. Will these guys be giving each other plenty of room right here? Miller way up the racetrack. Kendrick can't really decide who to go with. How about that defense from Nick Miller? He's going to be able to keep this lead.
Gets really bad exits off of turn number 4, and here he is. He's just trying to block, and Derek's going to scoot to the high side. How about Kendrick going to go to the outside with Miller? But Miller's just doing one hell of a job.
Look at this pitching.
6.
Look at this exit he's going to get off the corner. He's not going to be able to put it to the inside this time, though, I don't think. Look at him, still side by side. This is really good racing here in this late portion of the race. 3 chase drivers trying to get a win in this round. Oh, what in the world just happened to Kendrick? Just blinking really weird, but looks like he will be able to stay in the race for now. Miller now finally loses that lead, and Derek Smith's going to go by, and now this opens the door for Kendrick to possibly pounce on Derek.
Wow, Kendrick cleared Miller. I thought he would clear him right up off the 4, but looks like he did. Now it's just going to be a 2-horse race on how this will go.
Patterson getting out of the way now. You can see his truck is all bashed up and damaged, so he just got out of the way.
Whoa, what a run through the corner. Oh, Derek throws the block.
Oh, look at this, blocking down the back straightaway. Derek trying to just hog all the racetrack and try and defend on the 65 of Kendrick, but Ryan's going to take it to the inside. Derek tries to go down again. Near contact right there. Here comes Kendrick to the inside. Derek way up the track. He really did not want to see that. Oh, Kendrick's blinking out. That's not going to help his case to come win this race, but he's still inside of him.
You could only pinch so much, and here they
6
go.
to go
They
this
save
time.
themselves off the corner. The difference with Miller pinching versus Derek is Derek's on 4, Miller's on 2. They scoot themselves into the corner 1 and 2. Kendrick seems as though he could roll the bottom
He's
of the
gonna get
corner,
it right.
but Derek is...
No, Derek, it's a really good exit. Look at him down the back straightaway. Just being able to fend off Ryan Kendrick right now. And he's just blinking. And that's, of course, you never want to blink here because it obviously is going to be a detriment to you. But late in the race, these guys battling for every inch of track right now for a win here at Dover. Look at Smith just really using all the track to get as much speed around the outside as possible because he can't get to the inside right now. He's side by side for the lead up on the aisle.
Oh, he cleared him there.
Bad exit. He's in the wall. Kendrick's going to go by. Ryan Kendrick has not won since the season opener at Daytona, and now down the back straightaway with 4 laps to go, he is now in clean air, and we're going to have probably Ryan Kendrick's second win of the season right here. But of course, 3 laps to go, we could get a late race caution. We could see other things play out.
That
was
it.
almost it right there. Joe Berge got in the wall. Fire will go by for 4th. I mean, he had a great recovery after the incident early in the race. He's going to be able to get 4th here. So I thought 408's day was just completely cursed, but it looks like that's not going to be true.
Get themselves this time by. 2 laps to go. The gap between first and second is half a second. Derek, I think it's just too little too late after tagging the wall off of turn number 4. Fortunate to him. That's what's going to be costing him a chance at the win as they scoot themselves off of turn number 4. White flag this time by as Kendrick's blinking out. 1 more lap to go here at Dover.
Yeah, Kendrick has not won since the season opener at Daytona. He completely dominated the first half of this race, but in a caution on the pit cycle, set him back the entire second half of the race, but he's able to make a late race charge coming off turn number 4. After a late race charge here at Dover, Ryan Kendrick will get his second win of the Truck Series season tonight here at Dover International Speedway.
That's about time that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick won it. And what a heck of a job to pass that number 66 of Derek M. Smith to win it here at Dover. A well-deserved win for that number 65 of Ryan Kendrick. And not only that, there's bonus points coming on to next round.
Yep, all those points are going to help him as far as these playoffs go, especially at the start of the next round. I thought he may have been in trouble to get eliminated last round, but able to, as you see, Mitch Hobbs is just going to completely ruin his burnout. But I thought Kendrick might have been in danger of getting eliminated last round, but he was able to just sneak his way in, and now is going to have a good position towards the rest of these playoffs now after this win. See, he's just completely tore up. He don't even want to do a burnout anymore because Mitch Hobbs just completely destroyed him. But just an amazing run for Ryan Kendrick.
Yeah.
Well-deserved win after it just got set back on that caution and had to just rally his way back, and he was able to. All right, so here's our results now. Ryan Kendrick wins. Derek Smith, after just a hard-fought battle up at the front, is going to end up second. Nick Miller, third. 4th place for Charlie Beyer after that incident. Joe Berge, Mitch Hobbs, Michael DiMaggio, Alexis Walker, all with really good finishes. Malachi Drake, Josh Patterson round out the top 10. You got Jake Sylvia in 11th. Aaron Marini, 12th. You got William Schmidt, 13th. Liam Sheen, after a pretty decent run early, got caught up in that big, massive crash on the back straightaway. 15th is our new driver on the ban list, Dominic Howell, who just completely screwed the entire race up. 15th for him. Matthew Klein 16th, Damian Fenton 17th, Grayson Shrexler, Keaton Jones, Dylan Basin round out the top 20.
The rest of the order is going to be shown on your screen. Casey Drake, Brandon Sampson, Ryan Kwan round out the rest of the field. Michael Kenner not start the race. We'll be back right after this. Going to go ahead and interview the top 3. Actually, maybe the top 5 because, of course, a couple of drivers themselves in. We'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned. There's more to come here after Dover. And we're back here after over 100 iSCAR JPG Graphics Truck Series, getting set for interviews. Go ahead and slide into the booth. Our winner here for tonight goes that at number 65, Ryan Kendrick, and I'll go ahead and drag him on in. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and drag your winner of Ryan Kendrick onto victory lane. And Kendrick, man, wow, about time. What a drive. You started up top, and you had a battle around Nick Miller and Derek M. Smith, close teammates of yours. And now, finally, man, it's you in victory lane. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. It's been like a while since we've won since Daytona. And we've been close a few times, but it's good to finally win.
Yeah, definitely, man. Kendrick, your second win this season. Coming here at the Chase here at Dover, what does it mean to pull yourself with this type of momentum coming onto these next 3 races?
It's good like to know that I can win and not just like run 3rd to 7th every week, which is fine, but you still want to show that you can run up front and lead laps and win, and we did that tonight.
Yeah, definitely, man. Not only leading laps, obviously you're the fastest person here. Obviously winning the pole after qualifying. With this win, does that give you a bit of leverage coming onto these next races? Coming onto the next round, of course, you with 3 bonus points. That'll help you maybe make it into the final 4.
Yeah, it does. Everything helps because I think really the battle to get into the final 4 is going to be real close between me, Derek, Nick, Charlie, and Aaron. So with the bonus points, it just helps even it out because I know that they have more bonus points than I do.
Yeah, definitely, and congratulations on your second win of the season. Before we let you go, any sponsor want to take care for tonight?
Miller Webster Motorsports and Nick and Derek for that clean, fun race there at the end. Because those last 15 laps were like probably some of the best racing I've had all season. And yeah, Toyota and everyone on the 65 team.
And 10-4, Ryan Kendrick gonna round himself out on top finally. We'll go ahead and see you coming on to the next round. I mean, next race.
See ya.
Ryan Kendrick in that number 65. We'll go ahead and scoot ourselves back 1 position to Derek M. Smith in that number 66. And
he's not in the waiting room. So we'll just interview Nick Miller from 3rd, and we'll also probably interview 4th Charlie Byer, 5th place Joe Berge, and 6th place Mitch Hobbs. So we're gonna drag Nick Miller in the booth. Nick Miller, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Man, I thought you had made another great call on those 2 tires. How was the truck driving out there? Did you feel like if you were able to stay in front of Derek that you were going to be able to hold him off for all those laps?
I tried, but the tires are just dying. I had a feeling it wasn't going to work. Then again, I was kind of hoping it'd be cautioned from the rest of the point. But then again, Dom just decided to pull a Operation Bravo 6 on us and kill back half the field.
Yeah, totally ridiculous and uncalled for. Just completely turned playoff drivers' races upside down, but didn't really hurt you that bad. But of course, you probably wanted to see that play out to the end. You got any sponsors to thank for tonight, or any teammate?
I know they weren't on the car, but Comments Wealth, they're, let's see, let me find the official name so I don't screw this up. Commonwealth Stain, Logan, they're SPG, those guys.
Oh, that's where these sponsors are coming from.
Miller Motorsports, all the guys over there did a good job today. A little shaky on the pit stop, but other than that, they had a really good race.
Yep, congrats on this 3rd place finish. Going to position you well for the rest of this playoff round. Good luck in the rest of the week.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Nick Miller, and now we're going to drag in 4th place.
Fourth place is Charlie Byer into the booth. Charlie, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What? Obviously, you had engine damage after that big wreck on the back straightaway. I'm not gonna go in depth into the wreck, but was it avoidable, or everybody was everywhere on the back?
It was luck of the draw. I mean, I passed about, I don't know, 5 spinning cars going right at me. So, yeah, I got pretty lucky there, and I was able to pass Mitch and Joe with engine damage. So I feel like if I didn't really get it, I would have been up there contending for the win.
Yeah, man. 10-4, obviously, eventful race after 100 laps here at Dover. But what can you take off of this race and apply it onto next?
I think these are the kind of finishes that I've been looking for. I was a bit I was a bit unmotivated once I got some engine damage early on, but managed to get lucky once more, and hopefully I'm able to scoot into the next round.
Definitely. You're gonna round yourself out in fourth after this run. I don't know where you're gonna be at points, but you're definitely gonna be in that top 7 mark. So, what does it feel like now we're coming closer to the final race here? The iSCAR JPG Graphics Truck Series.
Yeah, it gets a little more stressful knowing that you know it's kind of picking off the lucky guys early on, and you kind of have to be more consistent, and um, eventually it'll get down to the really competitive level. So, just hopefully we can keep pulling out good finishes, and hopefully we'll scoot our way in.
All right, man. 10-4. Charlie Bauer going to round himself out in fourth place after a interesting race. But Bauer, before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank 4iRacing for picking me up. Once again, it's cool to get good finishes for them, and shout out to mom and dad because they're watching apparently.
That's cool for your parents to watch. Congratulations, Charlie Bauer going to round himself out in fourth. We'll go ahead and see you coming on to your next race.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yep. Scoot all the way back to fifth, and Dog, go ahead and take this one.
Joe Berger, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Man, I was not really expecting this out of you, but you end up with a top 5 tonight after just some really struggling runs, but you're able to pull out this top 5 tonight. This is the result you've been looking for. And
Honestly, I'm just as surprised. We've been coming in, week out, coming in, wrecking just about every single race. Some of them my fault, some of them not. But we were in practice, we were in qualifying. We didn't have the confidence in qualifying, but we ended up pulling the pace, and somehow after that huge wreck, we ended up gaining a bunch of more speed, and I'm just at a loss of words. It's been tough this season so far. Getting eliminated in the first round, after maybe about 10 or 15 laps trying in the first round, and then we come out next round and then get a top 5. I really could not be any more proud of myself and just everybody.
Yep. Just, of course, the result you've been looking for all season, and gonna pull yourself out with the top 5. You got any sponsors or teammates to thank?
Well, first off, I gotta thank Red Bull Racing for somehow sticking by me this whole time, through the highs and the lows. I gotta thank Mitch Hobbs for a really good race hit there at the end. We were planning on waiting until the leaders were battling, and then thought I could have ended up passing him, and I did. Unfortunately, I almost put him in the wall, but man, it's I'm really at a loss of words. I just hope that I'm able to get better results and then eventually get my first win.
Yep. Congrats on one of your best results in your iSCAR career tonight, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
That was Joe Berger, and we're going to slide in Mitch Hobbs for our final interview of the night. Mitch, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, another really good race for you. You've been really showing out the last couple weeks. Of course, leading a handful of laps at Vegas really helped you out with your confidence, but another really good run tonight. 6th place for you.
Yeah, definitely a good run tonight. Definitely a bit unexpected. Hit the right side of the car and pretty good early on in the race. Was kind of running in the back after a speeding penalty. Looked like we were going to be good on strategy after the green flag stops, but that caution kind of threw us out got through the big one and ended up coasting around to get a 6th place finish. So gotta be happy.
Yeah, just again, another great run for you. You've been building up your confidence the last couple weeks. You got any sponsors to thank for tonight's run?
Yeah, I gotta thank Global Poker for jumping on the lid. Monster Energy as well. Gotta quickly congratulate Joe Berge. Really happy to see him do well. He's had a really horrid stretch of runs. Bayer as well, and congrats to Kendrick.
Yep, glad to see that you're showing up to a lot more races as of late, and good luck at the rest of the weekend if you run any of those races.
It doesn't look like we'll make it out to any of the races this weekend, but a lot of fun, and I'll see you next weekend.
All right. That was Mitch Hobbs, and it's our final interview of the night.
Yeah, man. Dog, of course, a very eventful race after 100 laps here at Dover. What can you say off of tonight?
Statement win for Ryan Kendrick. He's been really fighting hard to get another win outside of Daytona, and he finally got it. And I think his confidence is just through the roof now. He's going to have more confidence going into the rest of this playoffs, and I think he could be our champion soon.
Yeah, definitely. This might be the catalyst of where Ryan Kendrick is going to start shining from this point forward, but we'll have to see if this week will prove it to us. But yeah, otherwise than that, thank you all for watching. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes.
I'm Benjamin White. Thank you guys for watching again, and tune in the rest of the week. We got Watkins Glen for Cup tomorrow. Should be a pretty decent race. I'm pretty sure guys like Nate Stewart and other road ringers are going to show up and make that a very good race to watch. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night. And for Sunday, we got the Peter Kenny Design Series at Martinsville, which also ought to be a good show. So got a good table of races for the remaining part of this week, and hopefully you guys tune into that. But good night, everybody.